One thing I would be, another thing I'm looking at is the eyebrows. I'd much rather have him look serious than angry. I'd much rather have it be a little more straighter. So as I was saying, like, for that shape I was drawing earlier, like I would probably go something like this. This is too pushed, right? Like I wouldn't exactly use that shape, but what I like about it is the kind of the asymmetry that we can get with this and pushing that around. You know what I mean? I mean, this is very toothy, and maybe I'll grab the top. I'm going to make that a little less showing teeth. Looks maybe more like that. But the overall sense should be that, like, it's not quite in the middle, of the mouth like you have it. But, like, instead of this shape on your mouth, like, I would more go for a much more asymmetry shape. One thing I was looking at, too, quickly, is maybe if he's leaning in like this, kind of push the head forward. And kind of look up like that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to kind of look for that thing we talked about where he's kind of leaning in a little more. It's more like that, Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like, rather than this, I would do it more like that, where it's a little more leaning forward, get the head down a little more, get the shoulders offset. Maybe with that, get some asymmetry in there. Let's try that. When I look at your shot, that's kind of like the biggest thing for me in certain poses, where it's just kind of still very straight up. And this is something I think you'll have to kind of push yourself to doing, is kind of sometimes take a step back and kind of look at it and go like, am I really pushing the poses as much as I can? And then really start figuring out like how to improve it. And usually my experience is it's the pose, the overall feel of the flow of it, where people kind of don't push it enough, And the only way around it is to kind of experiment, you know what I mean? And really just kind of feel things out, and kind of forget a moment about the actual movement of everything and just look at it from a graphic standpoint. Because some people, I think, get a little lost. I have to get all the animation figured out, which obviously is very important, but they get too much into the movement of things and they don't necessarily pay attention to how it just looks. So just kind of playing around with your pose here, I think this works just a little better,